Hello walkers, and welcome to Urtijëi, St. Ulrich, Urtijëi. Several different names for this little town: German, Italian, and Latin. We are going to walk around and explore. It's a beautiful fall day. My name is Henry. I will be your proxy walker today, your virtual travel guide, although guide is always a loose term. Your co-discoverer, your co-explorer, as we find our way around this little mountain tourist town. We've been here for a couple weeks and doing all kinds of walks and hikes and exploring and side trips, and so I thought I'd share it with you. I think we did a walk from St. Jacobs earlier. I want to thank our Patreon supporters. Everything you do, the support you give is very much appreciated. And encourage you guys to check out citywalksvirtualtours.com as we check out this stream, the name I've already forgotten. At that website you can find walks better organized and more sorted, so check that out. We are starting right near Piazza San Antonio, or Sant Antoniusplatz, and we're going to walk around that. That's the main square, the main bus station. Trying to up here. The Gherdëina River is what this river is, and look how pretty it is. We're here in early October. Did I tell you that it's probably not 64 degrees? I think that's 18 Celsius, 16 Celsius. 64. Celsius. And I just love these views. We're going to cross over now. This is the main drag. Ortisei is in Val Gardena. There are three main towns: Selva, which we walked as well, to Santa Cristina, and Ortisei. This is the main square in here, which leads off to a pedestrian mall as well. Love the pedestrian areas. See a bus coming in now. The bus network here is really comprehensive. Ortisei is about 5,000 people, and it's known for its wood carving as well as skiing and hiking. Look at I just love the flowers and the balconies and the wood, and I really like this little square. It has, of course, the ambience around it. It has these giant trees, and then I'm gonna show you this little old wooden bus stop structure here as well. Look at that. I don't know, it's just classic, something about it. Ortisei has a couple of gondolas and a funicular leading up away from it, up into the mountains, to give you easy access to just a world of trails. And I can't overstate how many trails there are and how accessible. You get up there, and some of the huts are starting to close, but for the season, until ski season, I assume. But there's still a ton of them open. We sent our oldest up there today on his own, little solo adventure. The main primary language here is Latin, and after that it's probably German and then maybe Italian. Something like 80%, 70% of the people speak it as their first language here. People speak multiple languages here. So straight ahead, there's a big rock peak jutting behind the hillside there, in the center of your screen. And that's called Sassalungo, or Kofolonga, I think that's right. Long Rock. Over there is a swim center across the main road. The road we're on, in case you're curious, is called Strada Resia, probably Resia Strasse as well. And we're just going to go up here. See, here's some woodworking stuff. We'll peek in. There's a lot of high-end ski town type of shops, outdoor shops. Things close up from about 12:30 till 2:30 or 3, maybe 2. There's 3 little supermarkets, Conad and 2 Dispar, in a world of hotels and cafes and restaurants, etc. People heading out on the buses. I don't know if I said it was 2 p.m., so things are still closed for the midday. And the sun is quite bright. I love the Bernese Mountain Walk over there. A lot of ski rental shops that aren't quite open for the season yet. There has been snow way up high, but we haven't had anything down low. A little bit of rain. Here's the other supermarket, which are not much bigger than a large 7-Eleven or convenience store in the States. In other towns, they get to be much bigger. Sorry, I had to adjust the microphone a bit. Now what's going to happen, we're going to come up here and we're going to go to the Louis Trenker Promenade, and we'll make our way back into the old town, which is really pretty. But so are all these flower boxes fall colors. All these houses seem to have names, or a lot of them do. A lot of them have vacation rentals, and here's the Academy of Art. Kind of a neat wooden sculpture there. Interesting. A lot of electric bikes and regular bikes here. I have to say, the skill of realism on these wood statues is pretty impressive. To render or turn that a medium that is not really known for being for realism into something that nice is admirable to me. Sorry to be huffing and puffing a bit. Look at this blue house up here. Absolutely beautiful. So vibrant. So much detail. We'll go take a look. A lot of parasailers, paragliders as well. There's somebody up there. 1, 2, 3. We were hiking up another hill one time and looked out and saw about 20 of them, all trying to catch the same thermals. We were headed up the valley, just kind of east, I believe. This is a trail that leads from many places, but also Santa Cristina. You can see the Sassalongo again. Hotel Alpenheim and Spa. Some really nice places. And look at this view. Ooh, isn't that pretty? So we're up, and we're either on or about to be on the Louis Trenker Promenade. And Louis Trenker was, that's Trenker, was a local guy born in the 1890s, back when this was part of Austria-Hungary. And he was known for being an alpinist and a movie producer and director. Look at these little lizards. Hey guys. Funny little guys. A bunch of them. All over the place. Anyway, he fought in World War I with the Austrians. And I don't think there wasn't the same. Look at this tree. Wow. I'm going to insert my own interpretations, but in World War I there weren't the same clear-cut political right and wrong situations. I think most people were in the wrong on that one. Anyway, he fought with the Austrians, rose to be a lieutenant, etc. Then after the war, he started helping out on a film set, and because apparently the lead actor couldn't do some of the climbs and climbing, he took over and eventually, within a couple of years, was producing his own films. This is back in the 20s. And his themes were sort of a soft nationalism, pride of your culture. And it was sort of co-opted, apparently, this is according to the Wikipedia article, co-opted by the Nazis, and he didn't like that, so he moved to Rome, which of course was also a center of fascism at the time. And then he, rather than have his work, this is again according to the article, have his work co-opted by fascists, he just stopped making movies. And until after World War II, I think he resumed again in the 50s. And a lot of started making documentaries about the Tyrol region, which is, we are in South Tyrol in the Val Gardena. I think I mentioned that. This is Louis Trenker. Anyway, he's a local boy made famous. Hopefully I haven't gotten myself into too much trouble talking about those issues. But let's talk about how beautiful this place is. Oh my gosh. And yesterday, on our way back from Innsbruck, where we filmed 3 walks, we came in from off to the right, up on the mountains, and we hadn't been up there before because there's not really anything labeled of, let me be specific. Further down, we've been up to the right, hard right here, and hiked and filmed up there as well. But this was a different area for us. Oh, the views back across the valley were just stunning, especially around sunset. That's a cool house too. That set of gondolas leads up to the Alpi de Suisse, or the Sizer Alm. And I think Alpi and Alm refers to meadows, high altitude meadows. I'm not entirely sure about that. This cute little mini clock tower over here, and one-time shrine maybe. It's empty now. Covers up a gas connection. Clock doesn't work, unfortunately. Look at the ram's head on that beam up there. The woodworking here is absolutely phenomenal. It's everywhere and it's beautiful. All along this path down the valley are these pictures of historical tags and that sort of thing. This is the Val Gardena train, big snowfall, winter of 1950 to 51. I think the train stopped running in the early 1960s and started in 1916. Good chunk of it, I believe, built by Russian prisoners of war. And if I say something that you think is incorrect, or even if that you disagree with, please feel free to respectfully reply in the comment section. I do enjoy interacting with you guys, and the comment section is the best place to do that. Or you can become a Patreon supporter. Check out the link in the description. And we can interact there as well. One of the reasons I wanted to come up here, other than it being a nice place to walk, is the views of the town are pretty spectacular. As you can guess, there's a lot of hills, a lot of steps, a lot of slopes, and you get a good workout here just walking around. And that's evident by the fact that the locals seemingly have no problem navigating the slopes and hills. And in fact, up high we've been passed quite often by people much older than ourselves, in their 70s or older, just chunking along. It's a little side trail down to somebody's house, I think, or bar and restaurant. Actually, I think it leads down to the Conad store that we passed earlier. There's another historical sign. The train. Down to our left is the lawn and the yellow building stretching around of the Adler Hotel primarily, especially down there. And off to our right, we're going to come back to this. I want to come down here and show you this old building that is, I just like. I think it's got a lot of charm to it. Then we'll come back this way. We'll double back. Here's Louis Trenker, the man himself. One of the reasons I want to come down here is to show you the Hotel Adler's lawn and garden area with pools and lakes and hot tubs and that sort of thing. High-end hotel and spa. But on our walk before, from St. Jacobs down to town, we walked up there and I pointed out this house. I said we'd see it again, so I don't want to not fulfill my promise. You can see people out enjoying the sunlight in their bathing suits out there. I won't focus too much upon them, but this house right here. And I think the reason I like it is it's not shiny, new, fancy, whatever. It looks like it's been around a while, and yet it's still functional, and it's not ratty looking, but it's showing some age, and I just kind of like it for that reason. And I wanted to show you guys that. I don't know why I like it. I think partly because it's not ratty, but it's not, it looks like it could be here 100 years ago. It's not clipped and ready for some magazine profile. Anyway, we're gonna cut back here because they've got this underground system, not underground, but covered, partially underground, that we're gonna take half of. And I'll tell you about it here in a second. Well, you can take this pathway, this footpath, down, wind your way down, or there's this covered walkway, and this takes you up to the gondola up to Sacheda, and in here is, well, we'll just tuck our heads in here. In here is a moving walkway, which is not too exciting other than it's underground, and that's kind of different and interesting. However, we are going to go over here because there's also this covered outdoor escalator system, which I'd love to see in the rain because they have all these glass roofs that are tiered and tilted just a little bit. I have to imagine the water builds up and runs down them in kind of an interesting way. Anyway, so you have this, what is it, 3-level escalator, take you up and down, easy way to the Sacheda gondola system. And it kicks you out back right near, possibly, down into St. Antonius Platz, Piazza Sant'Antonio, Santa Antonio? I'm not sure how you say that, which will be down here. But also, we're going to pass a little museum, which I will point out. Okay, off to the left here you see the Museum de Gherdëina, or Chiesa di Ladins. And this is the museum of the Val Gardena and the Lajen people, and it's really kind of a neat museum. It's very small. Let's see if I can get us in there. A view, I mean. We went in there, 2 or 3 floors, a lot of wood carving, and then some geology and zoology, some stuffed animals, stuffed critters, and I don't know, I thought it was pretty interesting. Some stuff about Louis Trenker and the culture of the area. Here we go back to the main square, and love this. Everybody takes their kids around. You can see without the buses, you can see why I kind of like it. It's, I don't know, it's kind of classy. But we are going to go this way, along the pedestrian area, past the meat, wine, and cheese shop here on the left, where you can also get sandwiches. And this cool old chapel, and a lot of these buildings have these sundials on the walls. It's fairly common to see those. It's pretty neat. I'm going to point in, just sort of stick the camera in this little chapel. nice fountain out here. Love all the cafes. Most of them have roofs, not roofs, but like a tent-like structure they can slide out or fold out. This one does, to shade you if on a hot day or to protect you from rain. It's really kind of nice. Some people like to see in the windows of these shops. A lot of gift type stuff. There used to be a bunch of tables out here. I guess they've taken them up for the season, maybe. Some other ones up here. Off to our left, this little street here, we'll just look down. That leads over to the Gondelbahn, the Villnöß, up to the top there, to the Alpi de Suissi. And straight ahead here is the back of the tourist information area. And my oldest and I took a class up in that big windowed area. Class. It was they gave us a hunk of wood and some tools. Not a lot of instruction, but it was fun. Now, here is where we kind of ended up on our walk down from St. Jacobs. Or San Giacomo. But we're going to keep going up to the Sacheta chairlift. And I may have to huff and puff a little bit. So I hope you'll forgive me. You can see the top of one of the lifts up there. Love this wooden bridge too. Oh, I love the smell of boxwoods, especially in the fall. Stop and turn you around just a little bit slowly. See the top of the church there. It's kind of a point of reference. You see it from all over the valley. There is a Michelin-starred restaurant up here, Val Gardena. We won't be going to it, but I did want to take you up here to the beginning of the Villnöß, or Seilbanen Società. And I think we're going to wrap it up here as we make our way over there. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a good workout on your treadmill or your exercise machine, or just a relaxing experience. Let me know your thoughts about how these could be better in the comments section. I do appreciate it, and I do read the comments. We're going to do another walk here in just a little bit and explore that. Looks like these guys are dropping off parasail gear at the base. That's kind of interesting. But we are tomorrow, actually, we're headed down to Venice, so we'll do a few walks down there, maybe even a live stream. We'll see. Keep an eye out for that. Well, it would have already happened by the time you see this. Oops. In any case, thank you so much for joining us here from Ortisei, St. Ulrich, Italy. We will see you again soon. Until then, keep on stepping.